Here we are in section 2.4 with the answers 6 through 17. We're going to follow that three-step process through all of this of simplifying and then adding and subtracting and then dividing. So there's going to be our 1, 2, 3-step process, and particularly this is we're going to get rid of any parentheses and get all the x's together first. So here we're dealing with p's. Let's get the p's together. So let's add 4p over here, add 4p over here. Now we have to do that to both sides of the equal sign. So we get 11p plus 13 equals 33. Now that it's simplified, we can do the addition and subtraction. So subtract 13 from both sides and divide both sides by 11. So p is going to be 20 over 11. You can leave it like that if you would like to. Number 7. 5n plus 48 equals 7n minus 2, n minus 2. So let's get rid of those parentheses first. 7n, that's going to come in like this. That's minus 2n plus 4. Don't forget this right here is a positive sign because you have a negative 2 times a negative 2. So we end up with 5n plus 48 equals 5n plus 4. Subtract 5n, try to get these two together, and we end up with 48 equals 4. Ah, that's horrible. That's a nonsense statement there. That will never happen. There is no solution to 48 equals 4. Just never happens. Next one, number 8. 5x minus 10, get rid of the parentheses there, equals 7x minus 14. Now, I'm going to subtract this 7x. You might choose to do it differently, which is fine, which would be subtract the 5x over there, but doesn't matter. We now just have a negative. That's okay. We can deal with it. Negative 2x minus 10 equals a negative 14. Now that we've simplified by getting rid of the parentheses and combining all x's together, we're now going to add, and then we'll divide. So we add 10 to both sides, and we get negative 2x equals negative 4, and then divide both sides by a negative 2, and we get x equals a positive 2. Number 9. 3x minus 7 equals 12x. Let's get the two x's together to simplify this equation. So subtract 3x here, subtract 3x there. We get negative 7 equals 9x. Trying to get the x by itself, we don't need to add or subtract to get rid of anything. So we just jump down to step number 3 and we divide by 9. Divide by 9 and we get x equals a negative 7/9. That looks like a good number to me. Number 10. Okay, we've got parentheses first to deal with, so let's jump in this negative 7. Keep that in mind that it's a negative 7, so we get 5x minus 7x minus 21, because that's a negative 7 jumping in, equals a negative 2x minus 21. So this is negative 2x minus 21 equals negative 2x minus 21. That sounds a little bit fishy that we've got the same thing on both sides, but let's keep going here. We've got to combine all the x's together, so let's get rid of these guys. Add 2x to both that side and that side, and we get negative 21 equals negative 21. Well, yeah, that always works. It doesn't tell us what x is, but it just is a statement that is always true, which means x can be all numbers. There we go. Number 11. 0.06x equals 15 minus 0.18x. Let's get the x's together. Simplify by combining these together. So add 0.18x, add 0.18x. We have 15 equals, that's 0.24x. Divide by 0.24, divide by 0.24, and we get that x equals, punch that in your calculator, we get 62.5. Good deal. Next one, number 12. We've got to get rid of these parentheses, so we jump this in, and we get 5.6m minus 1.6 equals 9.5m plus 1. Again, still in the simplifying, we need to combine all the m's together. So Let's subtract 5.6m. Get rid of this one. Make sure we do it to the other side, 5.6m. So we have negative 1.6 equals 3.9m plus 1. Subtract 1 over here, we get negative 2.6 equals 3.9m. Good, we did our subtraction, so now we divide by 3.9. Divide by 3.9, and we get that m equals, if you punch that in your calculator, you get negative 0.66, repeater, which is negative 2/3. For the rest of you that would like to do a little simplification, you could times top and bottom by 10, and you get negative 26/39. And then 13 comes out of both of those and reduces down to negative 2/3. So there we go. Number 13. All right, we don't have any parentheses to worry about, so let's now worry about combining like terms. We get 2.2q, because there's two of them in 0.2, minus 7 equals 3q minus 5. I don't know, let's subtract the 2.2q to get the q's together. You could have subtracted 3, that would have been fine. We get negative 7 equals 0.8q minus 5. Add 5 to both sides, and we get 0.8q equals negative 2. So now we divide by 0.8, divide by 0.8, and we get that q must equal negative 2 divided by 0.8 is negative 2.5. Good. Number 14. We got to get the t's together. First of all, there are no parentheses, so now combine them together. Subtract 0.4t to undo this plus 0.4t. So subtract 0.4t, and we get 11.6t equals 45. Now divide by 11.6, divide by 11.6, and we get t. Oh, that's an unusual one. Punch that in the calculator, you get 3.879. Good deal. Now number 15. Ooh, we've got a lot of parentheses to worry about here. So jump that guy in, jump that guy in. We get 6x minus 30 minus x equals 5x minus 20. Put these guys together. We get 5x minus 30 equals 5x minus 20. Try to get those x's together, and we subtract 5x from both sides. And we end up, uh-oh, something happened there. Negative 30 equals negative 20. Oh my word. That's embarrassing. That never happens. So there is no solution here. No solution. Number 16, 9x. We get a negative 2 jumping in here. Don't forget that's a negative 2. So this is 9x minus 2x. That's a plus 6 equals 15x plus 7. 9x minus 2x is 7x plus 6 equals 15x plus 7. Get the x's together. So subtract that 7x, subtract that 7x, and we are left with 8x plus 7 on this side equals 6. Now we're going to do the addition and subtraction now that the x's are all together. So we subtract 7 from both sides, and we get 8x equals a negative 1. If we then divide by 8, we get x equals a negative 1/8. And we have a solution for x. And last one, number 17. 5x minus 13x plus x equals 7x plus 8x. We don't really have a parentheses to worry about, set of parentheses, but we do have some combining to do. So this is 5x minus 13x plus x. That's a negative 7x equals 15x. We got to get those x's together. So plus 7x plus 7x. We get 0 equals 22x. Now, having 22x equals 0, we don't have anything to add or subtract, step 2, so we go straight to that one, and we have divide by 22, and that means that x equals 0. Good.